Good afternoon and a very big welcome to our fast lunchtime news of 2022. But first of all, I'd like to apologize for we had a little bit of a technical issue, but lunchtime news is here this afternoon. I'm Lorraine Masika Kazimoto. Now, I'll start off with our first story. This afternoon, a section of Kampala metropolitan residents could not wait to usher in the new year 2022 as many abandoned their blankets and braved the midnight coldness to welcome the new year 2022. Take a look.
Katitutuno batusumulude katitutuno tuli kuzina tunyumirwa tulira bulungi teri kafyu kyekyo buli kimu kiri okay.
The year has ended in style. We normally celebrate the end of year with fireworks. This time we didn't have fireworks. Our event, which had been permitted by Uganda Police, was cancelled before even it would end at 9:30.
Singa atene muzeyo kafi agitadde rero ne lutandika na mwaka mpya buli kimu kipya kafi utezi buli kimu.
Right now, meat dealers are seemingly not happy with the less demand for meat at leading abattoirs around Kampala City. Now, these are saying their customers claim to be preparing for opening of schools, therefore less expenditure. Take a look.
Amidst economic recovery from the shock of the COVID-19 pandemic, meat dealers have been hit by a slight fall in the demand for meat at abattoirs as Ugandans usher in 2022.
The situation currently is affecting the traders because the purchasing of the meat is very, very low. You know, you purchase an animal, basically selling at 11,000 per kg. But you can find that now we are selling it at 10K, 9,000, 10,000. So we are making loss. We don't know how we shall put back our kids to school.
Because they had not, they had some money. But with 2020, it has been a long lockdown. People have been down, everything is down, so that's why they didn't purchase well in 2022.
The public has ushered in the new year at the peak of preparing to return children at school after 2 years period of closure due to COVID-19. According to meat dealers, this is another factor for small sales.
They have no money in their pockets, and you see they are opening up schools. Even opening up schools are affecting our people. It has affected our business.
Previous year hasn't been that good and hasn't been that bad. We have been trying to adjust to the situation in the country, to the COVID-19 situation in the country. And
meat dealers at the city abattoir adopted distance trading due to the movement restrictions brought about by the COVID-19 pandemic.
The abattoir opened up a website where customers can search and find about products concerning the abattoir. We've used social media pages such as Facebook's, and the abattoir involves a number of businesses.
Other challenges of the sector faced include cattle movement restrictions due to the foot and mouth disease, making price of cattle high, which does not correspond with the demand. Abdul Nasiri Lubama, UBC News.
It's been slow. We haven't received much of.
Dokolo woman Member of Parliament Cecilia Ogwal has appealed to Ugandans to embrace the spirit of charity as they enter the year 2022. Ogwal, who was handing over a 4-room house to the NRM women leader at Duni village in Dokolo sub-county, said elected leaders are supposed to work for everybody irrespective of their party affiliations.
Grace Oteng is a resident of Iduny village, Achanpi parish in Dokolo sub-county. This is where she lived with her 9 children after the death of her husband. Besides being the NRM women's leader in Iduny village, Grace also leads a 30-member group who also congregate at her home for weekly meetings. Whenever it rained, Grace had challenges of offering shelter to her group members other than this hut. Her situation triggered the area member of parliament, Cecilia Timogwal, during the burial of her husband to pledge to her a decent shelter even when she is an NRM supporter.
Imaro neno atame chwara we haye onu pero mabedo bi onu pore yoko onu chwer imate donyi ye te uneni wae imate chwalo James to apili te bino chakogero.
She happens to be one of the NRM women leaders, but for me I don't look at her party, I look at her leadership. I'm very, very impressed that she has been able to mobilize other widows, other women in this particular sub-county of Dokolo.
Ogwal says Grace is not the only person she has constructed a house for. She has also been building houses for vulnerable elders in the district, including Mzee Saula Yile, who is over 100 years and one of the UPC's first members in 1962.
And I'm appealing to the government, I'm appealing to the leaders outside there. If we don't do something for the widows, these people are going to die crying and cursing us.
Grace and her colleagues who benefited from this charity could be smiling all their way, but there are several widows and vulnerable people in the communities who cannot afford to put a roof over their heads.
All of us who are Christians, even those who are Muslims, we are told that God is love. So if you cannot love somebody who is suffering, if you cannot do something about that person suffering, then you cannot say you love that person. In your community, if there are women, if there are vulnerable people who are living in grass-thatched shelters and it's raining on them, then you are not a good leader. And I pray that you have a glorious year. We are all anxiously waiting to enter the new year of 2022 because we have had enough with 2021.
Eddie Olwa, UBC News.
In Africa, folklore is used to explain complex issues in communities, and this includes landforms and other related creations. A lake that covers 2.31 square miles in Ntungamo district is one such creation whose formation is explained through legends. Nyabihoko Lake's formation remains a hot argument between historians and geographers. Take a look.
Lake Nyabihoko is a small inland lake in Ankole sub-region located 15 kilometers from Rwashamere Trading Center in Kajara County, Ntungamo District, 372 kilometers west of Kampala. Geographers believe this lake was formed as a result of floods from heavy rains that pounded the area for several days, creating a water reservoir of about 2.31 square miles. Part of the area folklore believed it was as a result of punishment meted out on Mutumo family, who ate a sacred cow called Njeru against an agreement with the Chwez same gods. A dejected Mutumo, who had been away on a business trip when the incident happened, later drowned himself with one of his best friends in the newly formed Lake Nyabihoko to spare his life and that of his friend from further misery.
The people to have a place that they can go and relax, have good food, good have entertainment, and have good rest from the places they are coming from.
Former area member of parliament and now a commissioner at the Uganda Electoral Commission, Stephen Tashobya, commends Mutumo Island Resort for starting an enterprise that will contribute to the economy of the community and the country.
Having a facility like this one should be a starting point, a springboard for the people around here, for Ugandans, for the people in Ntungamo, to come and have quality time and support our economy and support our people who are investing in this area. And investing, in a place like this one has a multiplier effect. The people around, they have market for their products, they have employment, they have, they have market for their art crafts. So there is all to gain. There is all to gain by the people, but also by the country through the consumption and also payment of taxes.
This was at the opening of Mitumo Island Resort on Bugandika Island in the middle of Lake Nyabihoko. Mitumo Island Resort is owned by journalist Emma Mugarura, who says the resort will promote community tourism.
This tourism we are promoting is mainly for the local people because our prices, our products are tailored towards the local people. We have the best food at the affordable prices. We have the best. We show football. We have very well stocked bars. We have the best, all tailored to local people.
Habimana Deu and Anyine Fred reporting for BC News.
UBC Lunchtime News takes a very short break, but we'll return with more stories. Don't move an inch.
Everyone deserves more this festive season, which is why MTN Momo is giving you more Senkyu points on your MTN Momo withdrawals at agent locations. Get 150 Senkyu points for every 1,000 shillings spent in withdrawal fees. More Senkyu points means you get more free minutes, more free MBs, more free SMSs, and more free Momo Pay shopping. To use your Senkyu points, dial *141#.
Everywhere you go, MTN.
This holiday season is all about kujienjoy, kupiga sherehe na kuget lit na kupata way more than you expected.
Soon to be father.
Kwenye Showmax original film Baba Twins. It's about kuget jina lako kwenye limelight in Famous. First and only on Showmax.
I need to discover who I am without you.
And it's about kuchotwa na drama or holding on for dear life in the telenovela Kina.
No matter what.
Form ni kupiga sherehe kiwewe na hii yote iko just a click away. Get festive, get Showmax.
Transact and win money after money with Airtel Money. 1.5 billion shillings in cash prizes up for grabs.
My name is Sulga Morris. I'm an Airtel Money agent. I'm from Chibuli here. That's where I operate from. I won 2 million shillings. This is great, guys. Go for this. This is for real.
The more you transact, the higher your chances of winning. Airtel Money. Instant, secure, borderless. Mohamed Salah, Naby Keita, Yves Bissouma, Kalidou Koulibaly, Frank Kessie, Sadio Mane, Sebastian Haller, Riyad Mahrez, Wilfred Ndidi, Edouard Mendy, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, Wilfred Zaha, Alexi Iwobi. When you hear these names, you may think you're probably watching the English Premier League or UEFA Champions League, but it's none of those. It's the 2021 Total Energies Africa Cup of Nations from 9th January to February 6, 2022. All these global elite football stars will be in Cameroon to grace the continent's most prestigious sporting event. 52 games, 24 countries, 1 continent, 1 trophy, 1 station, live, free and exclusive to your public broadcaster. UBC, inspiring Uganda. My people know we go conquer.
Welcome back to UBC Lunchtime News. Now in more stories, the Kingdom of Busoga, in partnership with the National Drug Authority, have signed a memorandum of understanding aimed at improving the quality of drugs assessed by the Busoga residents. The memorandum of understanding follows the concerns that Busoga citizens use substandard herbal treatments that is mostly sold by vendors.
a memorandum of understanding between Busoga Kingdom and the National Drug Authority of Uganda is signed before a full capacity of Kingdom Parliament sitting. Under the agreement, the parties will work hand in hand to ensure the reduction of drug hawking that is widespread in Busoga. According to the Kingdom Premier, Dr. Joseph Movawala, hawking drugs is one of the main challenges facing health systems in Busoga region.
basobola olikiriza okukozesebwa mu Uganda webiba lituukana n'emitendera gy'eddagala wekiba kituukana bino byetulikola nabo olwaleero bayinza asobola okukobera nti mukole muti munawe sitokoto.
Today is a historic moment for us to have signed this memorandum of understanding with the Busoga Kingdom. This marks the beginning of formally working together with the Kingdom to make sure that the population accesses drugs of quality, efficacious, and which are cost effective. We shall work with the Kingdom specifically to fight the negative vices which have been happening in the region, specifically hawking of the drugs, misuse of drugs, and all illegal things that accompany that. We hope that with this understanding with the Busoga Kingdom, this is going to make our work very easy. Because we are going through the Kingdom, we are going to talk to the people. We are now going to be doing more talking and being more friendly. We are now changing a bit of the strategy. Before we police, we shall first talk. And we hope we shall achieve more results than our previous strategy.
Widespread poverty, especially in the countryside, means many Busoga still rely on traditional treatment, especially use of herbal medicine. Under the MOU, the authority will invest in streaming the quality of the most prominent herbal drugs used by the masses.
Yeah, this area, of course, as already mentioned, is a big one. It has a population of almost 5 million. It has a lot of so many drug outlets. It has so many herbalists. It has been having some negative tendencies of hawking of drugs, smuggling, and we want to make sure that people get the right drugs of good quality. You remember, for the Kingdom to develop, you need healthy people.
The MOU mainly focuses on increasing information dissemination to the masses to make informed decisions. In a separate development, the Chabazinga William Gabula Nadiope IV has sworn in a committee of eminent Busoga charged with negotiating with the central government to return the kingdom's properties. Juma Nsamba compiled this report.
Everyone deserves more this festive season, which is why MTN Momo is giving you more Senku points on your MTN Momo withdrawals at agent locations. Get 150 Senku points for every 1,000 shillings spent in withdrawal fees. More Senku points means you get more free minutes, more free MBs, more free SMSs, and more free Momo Pay shopping. To use your Senku points, dial *141#.
Everywhere you go, MTN.
It's no secret that ICT makes learning easy.
The strides made in our field couldn't be possible without it.
And now we can watch our favorite shows.
My radio is my best friend.
UCC provides an enabling regulatory environment and policy guidance for healthy competition. We also facilitate ease of doing business in the communications sector through licensing, standardization, spectrum management, tariff regulation, rural communication development, and consumer empowerment. An informed consumer is an empowered consumer. UCC supports local content and innovations. Driving the development of a robust communication sector in Uganda is Uganda Communications Commission.
You know, you could just buy a new smartphone from anywhere in Uganda. Dial *175 *94 hash to activate their 100% double data bonus offer on weekly or monthly bundles for 3 months. Better yet, you automatically receive free 1 GB valid for 30 days. You are hooked already, aren't you? Enjoy 100% double data bonus from Airtel. Buy a smartphone from anywhere in Uganda and insert an Airtel SIM card. Dial *175 *94 hash to activate a 100% data bonus offer on weekly or monthly bundles, valid for 3 months. Dial *175 hash and select your preferred bundle to activate a 100% data bonus offer on weekly or monthly bundles, valid for 3 months. Airtel, the smartphone network.
The global COVID-19 pandemic led the nation to 2 years of unprecedented learning, disruptions and closures. Now it is the time when the country is getting focused on upcoming school reopening. This is not a time for despair. This is a time to deepen community engagement for safer schools reopening. Rural Broadcasters Owners Association (RUBA), in partnership with Ministry of Education, Uganda Broadcasting Corporation, World of Bingwa, Teacher Talk Magazine and Stanbic Bank will engage parents, learners, teachers, school proprietors through an inclusive National Safe Back to School Symposium. The National SB2S Symposium is a countrywide 3 days of deliberation hosted at UBC and aired simultaneously via radio stations and televisions from Monday 3rd January to Wednesday 5th January 2022 from 11 a.m. to midday. The speakers will include the Minister from Education, Youth and Child Affairs, leaders of teachers' unions, school proprietors, parents and private sector. The speakers will be supported by media personalities to convey messages in different languages as well as igniting conversations customized to geographical and social reach. Do not miss. Let's discuss safe school reopening.
Everyone deserves more this festive season, which is why MTN Momo is giving you more Senku points on your MTN Momo withdrawals at agent locations. Get 150 Senku points for every 1,000 shillings spent in withdrawal fees. More Senku points means you get more free minutes, more free MBs, more free SMSs, and more free Momo Pay shopping. To use your Senku points, dial *141 hash.
Everywhere you go, MTN.
Mohamed Salah, Naby Keita, Yves Bissouma, Kalidou Koulibaly, Frank Kessie, Sadio Mane, Sebastian Haller, Riyad Mahrez, Wilfred Ndidi, Edouard Mendy, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, Wilfred Zaha, Alex Iwobi. When you hear these names, you may think you're probably watching the English Premier League or UEFA Champions League, but it's none of those. It's the 2021 Total Energies Africa Cup of Nations from 9th January to February 6, 2022. All these global elite football stars will be in Cameroon to grace the continent's most prestigious sporting event. 52 games, 24 countries, 1 continent, 1 trophy, 1 station, live, free and exclusive to your public broadcaster. UBC, inspiring Uganda.
My people know we
Transact and win money after money with Airtel Money. 1.5 billion shillings in cash prizes up for grabs. The more you transact, the higher your chances of winning. Airtel Money. Instant, secure, borderless.